Hey everybody, welcome to A Kiss for Luck. I'm Steve.
I'm Charisse.
And in our third corner here, we have our Northern California handicapper, third leg of our stool, Mike Crutchfield. Hi, Mike.
Yay!
Hi, good to be here
Woo!
again with my besties.
All right. Fun, fun.
And your girl bestie has her corgi. I wake up corgius instead of gorgeous, corgus.
Yes,
Fun.
and you were supposed to respond. You asked where Corgi was going, and I said to the Kentucky Derby,
Yes,
and
I
you
saw
never
that.
confirmed. So
You're
where
right. And
was?
I'm so sorry because those videos I get from Love We All Love Corgis or something. Oh my God, it looks like Belmont except his his stripe is thicker than that corgi. But is that unbelievable? I could totally see Belmont sitting in an airplane, looking at his
Yeah,
iPad, eating a snack. Yeah.
Yeah, handicapper.
yep.
Oh
Well,
well.
Mike and I coordinated today. Mike just looks fashionable. I'm celebrating our pickup of Kyler Murray yesterday. I think
Yeah.
that's going to be very helpful. Low cost, no cost item, and I look forward to seeing his little feet scamper all over US Bank Stadium this year. So,
Little Kyler.
little
There we
Kyler,
go.
baby, little
He is a
Kyler.
little guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
sure is. He's a little guy with a big arm and quick
Yeah.
feet. So
Yes.
let's hope Kevin O'Connell can reinvent his career as well. So and get us a good year. But we'll see what happens
Yeah.
there. All right. Well, let's jump right into the handicapping, shall we? Mike, you've
Sure.
got something at Aqueduct for us, I think. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to give out the late pick five at Aqueduct, which starts in the fifth race.
Excellent.
And it's my standard $108 ticket. And again, you can add or subtract. It's up to you. But again, I think we're gonna give you some long shots and let's get to it.
All right.
Right.
Okay, so the fifth race, I'm gonna use four horses. I'm gonna use the one. That's a first time starter. And I like the trainer jockey trainer combination. They do pretty well, and they're shipping up here from Laurel, so they're just not going to put a horse on a van to come up there to run in this race unless they think they have a shot.
Yep.
Okay, and then I'm going to use the number four. This horse is 7-2 on the line, and it's a Pletcher dropper who's
Yeah.
worked really well. Got a bullet work over the training track, 47 breezing from the gate, best
Yep.
out of 56. And I think this horse is one that has to be played. Gets Lasix and blinkers,
Oh, wow.
so gets two little things that I like, and so that'll be the second horse there. And my top selection is going to be 15-1
Mm.
on the line, Midnight Blue. And I have a certain workout pattern that I really like that this horse is on. And so I'm going to add him. That's going to be my top selection. And another I'm going to give you that I'm going to throw in there the number seven, recorded time.
Mm.
I think has
Hmm.
worked well too. So those are going to be the first four in the fifth race.
Right. 1457. Excellent.
Yes, sir. Okay, in the sixth race, it's a first level allowance race, and I think you use three horses. The horse that's going to sit the trip and is my top selection is number six, Pair of Socks, and again he's 5-2 on the line, and I think that horse is going to sit right behind the number three, Vibrant Express, who is undefeated over the track. Four
Hmm.
starts, four wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that horse really loves the track. So added him in there, and then the number one, Antonio of Venice, should be right there with adds blinkers. Should be right there with the three, setting it up for the six. So anyway, I like the 1-3-6 with the six being my top selection.
All right. Excellent.
Okay, so we'll go to the seventh race. I'm going to use three horses. I'm going to use the number three, Time to Roll, the number four, Igniter, and my top selection is going to be the number 2, Easy Decision. I had trouble. This is the horse we talked about, Steve, that won first time out by 6, that broke a little slow, and we were like, "What would you do with a horse like that?"
Right.
Well, it's coming back in a stakes race, and that's what you said. You and Charisse said you would try a stakes race.
Sure.
Now, the thing about this horse, he's 8-5 on the line, but maybe he won't go off at that. And it does not list the trouble he had at the start in the racing form. So that's my top selection. The number 2, Easy Decision.
All right. 2, 3, 4 there, with 2 being the top here. All right. Next race, sir.
Yep. So in the 8th race, it's a New York bred race that we had I'm going to use 3 horses. I'm going to use the number 2, Frisky Friday, Fast and Frisky. I'm sorry, that's coming off of a wire-to-wire win. Okay, and he's in for the tag for 45,000. I'm going to use that one. And Linda Rice has 2 horses in here, and I think she did that for a reason. And I'm going to put the number 4. I'm going to use the number 4. She's Grand, has speed as well, so I think that one's going to go after the 2, setting it up for Mei Lu, the number 1, which is my top selection.
Kendrick.
Yep. Good point. Good point. Yep. They trainers tend to do that.
Yep. It's something we would do if we had 2 horses in that condition.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? And so in the 9th race, looks like a real tough maiden race. And I'm going to use 2 horses in here. I'm going to use the number 5, Love Coin, for a jockey trainer. It's kind of rare that Franco rides for Miguel Clement, but when he does ride for that trainer, he usually does really, really well for him. So they're at 15% with an ROI of 251. So I'm going to take that one, the 5, and my top choice is going to be a 12 to 1 shot, the number 10, King's Landon. And I really like the way the horses work. Has a bullet work out the gate, breezing, and that's going to be my top selection.
All right. Get that sucker home, why don't you? All right. So you got 510 to finish it up. That's a $108 ticket.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful. Well, Track Gabe has joined us. Hey, Gabe, how the heck are you?
I'm doing all right, but how are you?
We're Gaber.
Good. We're good. Gabe, did my hair and makeup person make it out to you on time? It looks like it.
Yeah, barely.
Okay, good.
Nice.
Well,
Gabe, you missed my picks.
No, well, I'm gonna check them out.
Check them out, man.
I always do. And then,
okay,
Steve's. You look like somebody who hit a $12,000 pick 5 recently.
Yeah,
you look like to me.
Yeah.
Look at that smile. You're still smiling from that.
I am still smiling. I mean,
that smile hasn't left in about 2 weeks, right?
You got that right. Yeah, and last week we almost doubled up on it. We were 4 for 4 at it wasn't Oaklawn. Where was it, Charisse?
Tampa Bay.
Yeah, we were 4 for 4. We had 3 horses in the last race and couldn't connect on the last one, but we had payouts of 15 to $3,000, and it's like, oh, come on, man. That would have been a nice story to say 2 weeks in a row, It's like, look at this kid.
Definitely. That would have been a real accomplishment. And let me tell you, I mean, it's not easy hitting these. I've got a little streak going right now, which is the opposite of what you just did. Literally, I've had the pick 5 ending or pick 4 yesterday too. I've had it I think I'm about 6 in a row going into the last leg. And let me tell you, I've had 3 or 4 horses and I just cannot connect. Even last
Mhm.
night, I was ending the 4 horses. I had 1, 4, 7, 8, and the Mark Glad horse won and beat me. So I'm just
Yeah.
letting you know, enjoy it, because sometimes it's the other way around.
And who was
Yeah.
on that Mark Glad horse?
Jaramillo.
That's
He
My
right.
was riding.
boy. My boy.
Y Misael
Yeah.
Jaramillo.
Jaramillo.
Hey, I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
him too, but I couldn't get that horse. He was
Me either.
he couldn't win maiden 20,000 when they brought him up, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I was alive too, the 4 horses, Gabe, like you. I didn't use the 5. And, I just I mean, sometimes when those horses get on the turf and they're bred for it, they just run differently.
yeah, I know. That's
That's the
that's what
thing.
happened.
Yeah. So
I
Yeah,
think there's something in Jaramillo's whip.
yeah.
could be.
Yep. It's giving the horse a little bit of something, something.
I don't know.
Hey, that's a little
Well,
controversial. I love it.
He's,
why not? Why not? Well,
yeah.
Gabe, welcome, and yeah, no, it is. You're right on that. With the, we were on a negative roll for a while. We were just leaving the track. Kind of walking this way. For weeks. We just weren't hitting a thing. And when you hit something like that, it sure wipes out a lot of those losses.
What I've
So
always told you. That's why I play them, and keeps me ahead. And because when you score, you score like that washes away a lot of sins.
well,
Yeah,
that's
Yeah.
that's true.
that's true. Our
You know,
buddy.
I know a professional gambler, Tommy Massis, and
Yeah,
he'll
I
tell
know
you,
Tommy.
Tommy,
Yep.
he's mentored me a lot. He's one of the few people who is an actual pro. There's a lot of fake pros out there, who have jobs and
Yep.
lives and stuff. He makes his money from the track, and he'll tell you, you got to go for the big score.
You do.
You have to. And if that's
Yes.
the only way you're going to win in this game.
The only way you can.
And the type of better Tommy is, he'll have a pick 5 ending, that's paying 12,000. He'll bet 500 to win on the horse. You know, also, so he says you got to kill him when you can. And when
Yeah.
it's your day, we've all known, when it's your day, it's your day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So if
Yep.
we got to take advantage of it, and I know I've done it where I've had a lot of winners. I picked them good. I had luck, and I didn't take full advantage of it.
Yep.
I got a little conservative or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean, Michael. When it's your day, it's
Yep.
your day.
Yep.
You got to kill him. He says, act
Yes.
like you want to take every dime from the track. Tommy told me that,
Yep. Yep.
and it's
Well,
true.
yeah,
So
because
that's a meat changer, which you had, Steve.
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
It is. 100%.
And you
Yep.
need that if you're going to really make money in this game. Like Michael's always preached, you got to have a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to have one this weekend, guys.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Let's bring
Santa Anita card is actually pretty good.
Yes, I love the
Yeah.
card today. And Colonial Downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to hear. That's why I didn't select Santa Anita, because I knew Gabe was going to be on, and I figured Charisse or that you guys would or Steve would have it. So I'm anxious to get you guys' picks as well.
I got some good price ones too.
Don't be too anxious there, Mike.
Oh, I love to hear the opinions, so
Heck
yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, Gabe, do you want to give out something there at Santa Anita? What do you got there, my friend?
Yeah, race 7 Saturday.
Uh-huh.
I really like a horse a lot. I mean, I don't know if we're gonna get the odds that the morning line has, but I like number 6, Lord Bullingdon, a lot in race 7.
Oh,
I think that I like this horse a lot. I think it's the class of the field by far. I mean, I think you could forgive the horse's last 2 races. The last race was simply a prep to get him back into going. And if you look at those races before, he was running in graded races and so forth. And and I don't think this field's that, strong, especially class wise. You got Captain
Mhm.
Coochie's nice horse, but he's kind of stepping up, and so I'm gonna go with number 6, Lord Bullingdon, 15-1 morning line. I like this horse a lot.
All right.
Okay,
Excellent.
good. Oh, and
And
that's part of the all turf pick three too. So I'll have to add them in on my ticket.
That
Okay.
all turf pick three is going to be tough, man. I'm saying over and under, it's going to pay 1,500 at least.
Wow. Okay.
Hmm, that might be
and
worth playing then.
and you might
Yeah.
want to throw in the 2 with Gabe's 6 with Jaramillo on board
Yeah.
for John Sadler.
Navarone, Navarone.
I'm
Yeah,
saying
Okay.
that it's going to pay a lot because I think that last race is really tough at Santa Anita. You got nothing but first time
Oh
starters.
yeah. Yeah, I see that. Who do you like there? Can you give us a quick pick, Gabe?
Oh God, you know what? That's one of those races where I think I'm going to have to go 4 or 5 deep and
Yeah.
pray.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to be looking at the 2, 3, 8, 9, and 12, but
Okay.
I might add the 10. I might add somebody else.
hmm,
Those are the
yep.
ones I'm looking at right now. That's a tough, tough race. Anybody could win.
That's brutal. That is a brutal race. Yeah,
It
isn't
is.
the favorite 7-2 in there or something like that, right?
Yeah.
That's always your first clue, right? When a 7-2
Yeah.
favorite.
Mhm.
I'm going to
You
get a
know
little
what's interesting?
controversial. I'm going to get a little controversial right now and say I would never single Hector Barrios right now on anything.
No, I
I know
agree.
what's going on with
There's
him.
something going on with him, and I caught it early. I was
Uh-huh.
mentioning this before anybody. I mean, there's something, I don't know, there's something wrong with him. He's losing every photo. He's giving horses bad rides.
Yeah.
He's not the same. He brings horses wide. I don't know whatever happened to his patented rail saving trip, and then he'd move them
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
outside. Remember that move he
Yeah.
did?
Yep.
Yeah.
And
I
then
noticed that. Yeah.
I will say, and also his stats. I'm going to give you some stats that prove my point. He
hmm
was at this point last year 21%. This year 13, almost 12.
Mhm.
Last year
Yeah.
on favorites 56%.
Whoa.
This year 34.
Mm.
34% on favorites. That tells you. Average win
Mhm.
payout last year was 1080 at this time. Right now 620. So
Mm.
he's only winning on short prices that are
Mhm.
obviously horses that would win with any jockey,
Wow.
even
Yeah.
Charisse probably if she was on
Mhm.
him. And yeah, there's just something wrong with Barrios. So I am not
Yeah.
trusting Barrios. He blew on 4 odds on horses on Sunday and gave and he's cost me a lot. I had a horse named El Patante 2
Yep.
weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
Sure.
one.
God.
I remember that
That
one. Yeah.
horse won because I had all the other winners. I had British
Mhm.
Isles and
Oh,
uh, yeah, and the El Patante. I don't even know if you watch the race. He didn't even bring out the whip till the last 16th, and he was
Yep.
struggling to bring out the whip. Somebody showed me the replay. He was like struggling to get to the whip. It was
Yeah.
you want to watch that replay? I welcome you guys, and that
Mhm.
just Barrios. I mean, when a jockey's doing bad, he's doing bad. But then you got to find a jockey that's doing good, like Jaramillo.
Yes.
yeah.
And that's what I was going to tell you, Gabe, for and Steve and Charisse for the ninth race. I tell you what, be careful with Dan Blacker. Really does well with his curve starters generally, and
Yeah,
he's on Dan Blacker's the 11th first time starter. I
Yeah.
would
Jaramillo. Yeah.
I would pay close attention to that one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I looked at that horse. I think he's got a gap in the workouts, but you never know what that means. Sometimes they didn't catch a workout or something, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be a tough race, man. Michael, if you're doing that pick three, I'm really curious who you'd come up with because I that's the kind of race I go 5 deep and I'm still praying.
Hmm.
Yeah, generally in a race like that, I look for lightly raced. They're all lightly raced, but if they've had, more than 3 or 4 starts and they still can't, break through, I would use I would bet that I would use most of the first time starters, and I would just take the 4 or 5 best first time starters and use those is what I would do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
I mean, I don't want the 8 is at 4-1. I don't want him. Look at he just quit.
No.
He gets Lasix. He got Lasix for the first time last race. This is a cold indicator of a horse that's a throwout for me. He gets Lasix for the first time and still spits the bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
at the eighth pole. So do we
Right.
think he's? I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I think he's quit every time except for the
Right.
first race. How can I
Right.
use him?
And that would indicate he's probably not a bleeder because he got Lasix
Yeah,
and it didn't help.
that's
So
him.
yeah.
He's quitting.
Yeah.
So
That's
anyway, that's just my thought on that, though.
yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Charisse, what do you got there, dear?
Okay,
Okay.
three gentlemen in my three windows here. Colonial Downs, go to the sixth race. I'm gonna do a $28 pick five. You can morph that into a $28 pick four if you like. I'm struggling, Gabe. Have you looked at Colonial?
Yeah.
Okay, work with me here on the sixth race. Victor
Okay.
Espinoza is out there for one and only race today. I've double, triple checked it. He's in this race. He's riding for Wesley Ward. Together, they are 20% since last year. Running away, number three. I want a single.
Charisse, I gotta interrupt. Scratched.
Oh,
Okay, I
Oh.
guess Victor did not fly out there. Okay, for one mount. So,
Victor's going to be riding a horse today that if it wins, you will see me in the winner's circle in race number 6 called number 4, Soy. Uh, I don't even know how to
oh, it's
pronounce
Santa
it.
Anita?
Yeah, it's Santa Anita.
Oh, so he did not fly out and Wesley did not get a substitute jockey. That's interesting.
Yeah, and that Brinker-off horse you could single at will at
Really?
Santa Anita. Yeah, that horse is dropping in class. It's a really nice horse.
Okay.
The thoroughgraph sheets are dominant, and Brinker-off told me that the horse is doing really good. And when
Okay.
the Brinker-offs are favorite, they win. So just so you guys could single and hit another 12,000.
Okay,
Because
well
you need
then
a single, right, Steve and Charisse? Don't you need a
Yep.
single?
well
I
now
got
I've got
it.
it. Now I've got a single
Yes, I
because
did. Yes, we did.
my
Single that horse because the
okay.
other races you can't single, in my opinion.
All right.
Okay.
Soy Nagurn.
So
Yeah,
any relation to soy fat?
not that I know of.
No. Okay.
No.
All right. So I'm gonna
Hey,
go back
Soy
to
Fett, was that oh God,
Leonard Powell.
Leonard Powell? Yeah, I
We
love
were
yeah,
that
in many
horse.
winner circle pictures.
yep.
We knew the
Yeah.
owner. What an
Yeah,
amazing
yeah.
$40,000 claim.
Wow,
No. 16.
Oh,
No,
six.
you're right.
wow,
Yeah. You
wow.
know, Soy Fett,
16.
you know
Wow.
why? I don't know if you guys remember, but I was really good friends with a horse Leonard Powell had, an owner. He was in our Live and Breathe group, John Fox. He had a horse named
Oh,
Mo Fox Given.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
horse. And there were times where uh I was kind of like the West Coast representative for the horse because he lived in Arkansas. So, there were times where he wanted me to look at the horse or be in the paddock, talk to, Leonard and all that. So, I've had a lot of time with Leonard, and we've talked about Soy Fed a lot, and that's
Oh,
his pride and joy.
yeah.
He
Oh
loves that
yeah,
horse so much. And I remember loving that horse too. So it's crazy that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
I had like
Yeah.
a long conversation with him about that horse.
Yeah. We
hmm
were we
hmm
were out there for many of his wins with the owner and his wife,
Wow.
good
How
friends.
cool.
And oh, what a good horse, you know?
God,
Yeah.
all
yeah,
heart, all heart.
yeah,
All heart,
yeah,
all
Yeah.
heart. All
yeah.
right, I'm gonna go back to Colonial.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I have a single in the first leg of the late pick five, Gabe. You just talked me off my scratch. So I'm gonna single the one,
I
Sheldon
agree.
Russell. Yeah, that was my controversy here between him and Espinoza, and I was gonna use both, but now my ticket has cut in half. So
My goodness.
Passage East, number one, single. Okay.
I'm with you on
Seventh,
that one. Lone speed.
yep. Seventh race, Colonial Downs. Now, this also kicks off the late pick four, so morph into a pick four as well. I'm going to single the favorite with Flavian Pratt. Mike, your favorite jockey. You know
Yeah.
Mia. You know Mia.
You know Mia.
Safi Joseph and Pratt, 19% through last year. I just think that's a single as well. Eighth race. I'm going to use the one, which one of the handicappers I follow on the East Coast has been talking about this horse since Wednesday morning. Dazzling Dame, Toledo on board for Brittany Russell. Here's an interesting thing. Her husband, Sheldon, is not riding this race, and he's not riding this horse. But I see that Toledo rode him and won by 11 and a quarter lengths last time. So I'm guessing the owner had something to say about that.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
So,
you don't want to kick a guy off that wins by 11 lengths.
yeah. So I'm
No.
going to use the one. I'm going to use the three. Mr. Baffert comes into town for his wife, Jill, and saddles number 3 bottle of Rouge with Flavian Pratt. I can't leave that horse out. So it's
Yeah.
1-3 in the 8th. In the 9th race, we're going to go a little deep here because I just don't understand. If you want a single Baffert with Pratt on the one hole, do so at your own risk. I do like the horse, don't love it. I'm going to use the 1. I'm going to use the 2 with Rajiv Mirage on board for Todd Pletcher. I never want to rule Pletcher out of these races. I'm going to use the 4. Look who the trainer is.
Doug O'Neill.
Hey,
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to use the 4. I'm going to use the 5 with Johnny V on board for Bill Walden. I'm going to use the 6 just
Good.
because he's 2 for 2.
Good.
And I'm going to use the 8. Irad will not be riding. If you gentlemen have not heard, he is taking off the weekend after his spill yesterday. So
Yeah.
he is not riding. Brad Cox is the trainer. And I'm also going to use the 10. I have a hunch. Something is bothering me since last night about this 10 horse. My gut is coming into play and saying, just single the 10, just single the 10. I'm like, no, no. But this 10, for some reason, use the 10.
yeah,
In the
that's
10,
exactly what happened last night. It was I said, "Honey, could you pass the pepper?" And she said, "Clocker special." I said, "Okay."
Wow.
I just want the
Yeah.
pepper.
Now I know
well,
who I like.
yeah. Well, we won't go into another time I shouted out Clocker special last night, but that's
No,
okay.
we won't.
Oh, wow.
No, we won't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got to put a little horse racing
Hey,
in the
this is a
mix.
family show, guys.
That's right. Come
You guys are
on
making
now,
me
Charisse.
blush. You guys are making me blush.
Mike's going, oh no.
Oh, all right, go
All right,
ahead, dear.
wait, let me finish the pick 5. Last race, 10th race. Gabe, work with me here. Number 4, Dr. Ruben M. Who's the trainer?
Doug O'Neill.
Thank
Probably Doug
you.
O'Neill. Yep,
And
Doug O'Neill.
my DRF handicappers are using him. So I figure, what the hell? Dr. Ruben M, but I'm not going to single him. The 8 will no doubt be the favorite with Flavian. Lure him in. So that will be with the scratch. It's going to be a $14 ticket. And then if you want to play the pick 4, it goes into a $28 ticket.
I got it.
You know, I love this ticket.
You do?
I'm playing it. Yeah, I'm playing it. I love it.
Yeah.
If we
I
get
really
Doug
do.
O'Neill on 2 prices, man, we're partying hardy next weekend.
Yeah, why not?
You know,
Why wouldn't
it's funny because I had someone tell me that's in the know, somebody that's very much in the know and it already happened. And I'm not making this up, guys. You could ask around. I've told a lot of people that I respect that I've heard the Doug O'Neill barn's really, really happy right now. They're the staff has gotten all big bonuses. Everybody's really like the barn has like a really good vibe right now. And when that happens,
Yeah.
horses pick up on that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
he had 3 horses win yesterday, 2
Yeah.
of them by daylight.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not leaving Doug O'Neill off anything right now. I'm with Charisse. I don't care if it's 20-1. We saw what he did with a 70-1 shot in the San Felipe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving Doug. When a trainer's hot, that's one thing I've learned through trial and error. When a trainer's hot, you got to ride him because I've learned that from getting beat by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Charisse. Doug O'Neill on everything, even that 20-1 shot in the 9th. I'm
Yeah.
at.
And the thing is too with jockeys, right? You and I have talked,
Yeah.
Gabe. I know Steve and I have endlessly about JJ Hernandez. When
Oh,
Del Mar last summer, 2025, it was like, dude, what's going on with you? So I have a theory with jockeys. If you know it's not drugs or alcohol, it's personal. It's wife, girlfriend, or both.
Or boyfriend.
Something, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or something's
Yeah.
Boyfriend.
going on. Something's going on personally. So then JJ
Yeah.
goes to Los Al daytime. He does okay, but I mean, he got the pick of the pick of the crop there.
Yeah, exactly.
And but he hasn't been winning the way he normally wins. Now, last weekend, I understand he had a good weekend,
He
correct?
did. He
Okay.
did.
So I said jokingly when we were
It was
sitting
his
there,
birthday.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Birthday
And
weekend.
I said to Caroline and Todd and a couple other friends that were there, I said, "Oh, okay, JJ, you kicked the girlfriend to the curb. You have a new one and you're fine now. You're happy. Good.
Hmm.
Okay. Keep riding well." But
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I mean, you watch and if you pay attention, you know when to back off certain trainers and jockeys
Sure.
and when to pull forward. But yeah, Doug O'Neill on
Yeah.
prices, I had him marked in every race yesterday, Gabe, and I wasn't playing. But yeah, I know.
Mm.
Well, there's
I
four
mean,
trainers right now that I'm not leaving off any ticket at Santa Anita. Mark Glatt, who won two yesterday.
Okay, yeah.
Doug O'Neill, George Papapadromo, and Jeff Mullins.
Oh,
Those
mm, yeah.
are they're
yeah.
all their
Hmm.
horses are just are outperforming their numbers.
Yeah.
They're just winning big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
runners.
No, good point.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give out a late pick five at Oaklawn. Is what I'm going to do.
Oh my goodness. Oaklawn.
Oaklawn. Oh wow.
Pretty good sized ticket here.
Oh.
108 bucks. Doing the Mike Crutchfield ticket here.
Ooh.
I know. How about that, huh?
Is that for
Well,
today, honey? Are we
with
gonna?
the ROI that you got from that 12 grand, I mean, what a great ROI. You can do it.
Yeah.
And you know what I say, Steve? You're playing with their money.
Exactly.
You're playing with their money anyway.
Go get
Yeah, I
them.
am. I am. That's yeah, it's all
Oh,
Oaklawn money
Mike,
we're
that's
playing with
funny. Yeah,
now,
your
baby.
ROI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only going up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we tucked it in a few thousand underneath the IRS. I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
All good, baby. Okay, so we're going the seventh race. We're starting off. This is an allowance, $125,000 allowance race, 6 furlongs. Something you'll never hear at Santa Anita, at least in the near future. $125,000 allowance race. I'm going to put in the 3-to-1 shot Dare to Fly. Really like this horse, Vasquez and Phil D'Amato.
What number?
This seems to be
Numbers. Numbers.
number 3.
Number three.
Okay.
Number 3 horse. This overall, this race seems to be
Ooh, son.
the guys that are running about 110 for the 6 furlongs. That's probably going to be your winner. So these are the horses I'm picking. I'm picking Dare to Fly, the 3, the 5 Talking in Cursive or Talking in Cursive, the 5 horse, and that's Cabrera on board for Scott Young. Got a small barn, but he does all right down there. And the 8 Appealing Addy. That's Bejarano and Randy Morris. Bejarano's got some pretty live mounts here, I think, today, and I'm gonna go for it. I
I'm
think
glad
what
you say
he's
that.
gonna do is he's gonna sit off the speed there, the 9, but I don't think the 9's gonna be able to finish, and he's gonna sit out. He's gonna try to get outside of him and just make one run at the end and go. So I think the 8's probably got a really good shot at that one. So we're gonna go 3-5-8 in the first one. The next race is the ungraded stakes, the Purple Martin. It's for fillies, 3 years old. A Purple Martin, by the way, is the largest variety of martin in the world. And they call it the Purple Martin because it has very similar clothing to what Mike and I are wearing. Its breast is very dark purple. And it migrates from North America to South America and back with the seasons. And way back, the native folks here in North America actually used to put gourds up where the martins could come and nest. So it's one of the only
Mm.
birds in the world that is reliant on people to give them nests
Huh.
where they come and have
Wow.
their babies. So anyway, the purple martin. Okay. I knew you were gonna
I
look.
didn't know you're
I
a
knew
bird
Charisse was
expert.
gonna give me
Wow.
that look.
Oh,
Like, oh my
Lord,
God,
honey,
this worthless
honey.
trivia. Stick to handicapping. All right, here we go. So I love. There's a couple of horses that look really good in here. The one Riverwind, Vasquez and Norm Cassie, won by 6 lengths or 8 lengths first time out. That's 2-to-1. Also the 4 Goodall, and that one won its last race at Fairgrounds for Steve Asmussen. His kid Eric's on board. I'm just going to go those two horses. I'm not going to try to get fancy on it. I think they're the class of the field. In the ninth race, $125,000 allowance, another one of those for 6 furlongs, another one of those. 4 years old and up. I love Poker Night at V's, the one horse. That's Vasquez and Sean Williams. They don't ride a whole lot together, but when they do, they connect. But I think this is just a good horse. That's why Vasquez is jumping on board. Vasquez has a lot of options. So if he's running on a Sean Williams horse, you better take note of that.
Yeah.
So I've got the one in there. I've also got the 7 Shape Note, Ty Bacon for Mike Maker. That's a horse coming from Gulfstream and some of the other Kentucky tracks. Always been competitive at this type of level. So you got to put the 7 in there. And then I'm going bombity bomb. I'm going 9 and 10. The Ripped is 15-1. The 10 Life is Precious is 12-1. You got Asmussen for Asmussen on Ripped. I think that horse has got enough speed and could close. The 10 is a closer, just straight closer, but that's Bejarano on the outside. You cannot leave Bejarano on the outside on a closer out of your ticket because that's his favorite move. Come to the outside and go whoosh and say bye-bye. So I got Bejarano in there as well. The 10th race is the Whitmore, grade 3. I've got Tough Catch, the 3 horse, 7-2. That's got Vasquez and Dallas Stewart. I really like this horse a whole lot. I think he's a tough horse. He's been in some fights, and I think he's going to do well. But I really like Tejano Twist. I just can't get around Tejano Twist. That horse is just a banger. He's always right there, and I think he's going to finally find a spot where he can win because he's a second third type of horse. But this is a good spot for him. I think that Chris Hartman put him in a good spot. So we're going to put the 4 in there. I'm also going to throw in Bourbon Bash, Asmussen again, and that one is 5-1. The 6 horse Bourbon Bash.
Yeah, that's who I like, Bourbon Bash in that race.
Yep, I like him a whole lot.
I like, it's funny you mentioned 3, 4, 6. Those are the 3 I like in there. So
yeah, and then
you know what? Let's do an exacta box, the Steve Gabe exacta box there.
There you go.
3, 4, 6. Steve Gabe exacta box. I'm writing it down.
I really like what you're doing on this ticket too. Boy, you and Charisse did your homework.
Well, occasionally. So then we got the last race. It's a maiden special weight 110, 6 furlongs again. And I've got the 7 Macy's Mischief. I like that horse, Tom Amos. He kind of at Fairgrounds spit the bit after a while, but I think he went out a little. What's that?
I was just saying Vasquez again. You got Vasquez in every race.
I do, baby. I do.
I love it.
I know. He loves that track, man. He knows how to ride it.
Oh, he sure
20% down there. So Declan Cannon rode the horse before at Fairgrounds. I think he went out too quick. And so Amos kicked him off and put Vasquez on. I've also got the 10 Lake Louise with Mark Cassey. I like the training workouts. Obviously, first-time starter, first-time Lasix. He's 16%. When he's got Arietta on board, he's 22% together. So I like that. But I'm also throwing in a bomb here. I'm throwing in the 2 Fraud Alert at 10-1 with Bejarano because it has speed. And that's the other thing that Bejarano does. He likes to go wire to wire, or he likes to make that one move on the outside and go. So this suits what Bejarano would do. And I think Randy Morris knows that. He says, hey, Bejarano, do your thing, baby. Go to the lead, nurse it, try to get to 6 furlongs. So that is the ticket, $108 for me.
Can I make a bold prediction in that race 11?
Yes.
I'm going to say number 2 Fraud Alert goes off as the favorite.
That's a bummer. I hate to hear that. That's a drag.
You have enough money, Steve.
Oh God.
Steve, let us other guys get some money. You got the beautiful wife and the money and the.
It's one hit, Gabe. It's one.
Got it all, Steve. Let us have something.
Oh, don't say that, Gabe. He may give you his wife instead of the money.
Well, that's
Charisse.
good ticket.
I'll let you play a $12 ticket today, Charisse, because I have a few dollars.
Oh yeah, I'll let you. Oh boy. I see what kind of relationship.
I think Charisse should get a bigger allowance today.
Oh, sure.
I think so.
Wait. What was your ticket? 14, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it was
pick five
14
was
bucks.
14.
Oh boy.
No, the pick five is 14. The pick four is 28.
Oh, there you go. Though 28 and 14. Wow. Well, Steve's bringing out the
Yeah,
rubber band.
I gave her 42 bucks.
Wow. Well,
Anyway,
what is that? $42. Wow, Steve, you're really rolling.
that's right, baby. Yeah, don't say I didn't do anything for you, babe.
Oh,
Anyway.
Oh man.
Anyways, guys. All right. Well,
Oh,
we'll
ouch. Ouch. All right, I'm
Los Alamitos. Don't you got something,
yes.
Shane?
I was just gonna say I have one pick at Los Al tonight. Now we are gonna play, obviously, but Gabe, I would like your feedback on this one because I know I'll get my husband's feedback when it comes to the late pick four. I'm gonna go to the sixth race tonight, Los Alamitos. If anybody listening is there tonight, come on out. We'll be sitting outside with Caroline and Todd. Come by, say hi, and have a cocktail with us. Um,
okay. She's frozen. She wants the sixth race at Los Alamitos. Number 3 horse is who she's picking here. Val
Yeah,
Baby. So there you
yeah.
go. Val
Val
Baby.
Baby. That horse has a shot. Looking at this race, I looked at this race already, and I think it's to me it's an all button, and that's the longest shot in the morning line, so I don't mind that at
There you
all.
go.
And I think the